The Galactic Empire strikes. In the far reaches of the Milky Way, the Galactic Empire reigns supreme. Comprised of dozens of advanced spacefaring species, the Empire viewed itself as the pinnacle of civilization. To them, the humans of Earth were primitive, weak creatures, a footnote in the annals of galactic history. All that changed when a routine survey mission stumbled upon the Sol system. The Empire saw Earth's vast resources and strategically valuable position as ripe for conquest. In a matter of days, a massive invasion fleet was assembled, poised to strike at the heart of human civilization. On a clear summer morning, the skies above Earth's major cities turned dark as the Empire's warships blocked out the sun. Without warning or provocation, they opened fire, raining down destruction on the unsuspecting populace below. Millions perished in the opening salvo as buildings toppled and fires raged out of control. Earth's defenses, woefully underprepared for an attack of this scale, crumbled under the Empire's assault. Fighters scrambled to mount a desperate defense, but they were swatted from the sky by the invaders' superior technology. It seemed humanity's end was at hand. But as the Empire's ground forces moved to occupy key sites, they encountered a puzzling sight. Towering pyramids of black metal, pulsing with an otherworldly energy. These structures, dismissed as mere archaeological curiosities, were in fact ancient alien artifacts of immense power. And they were about to turn the tide of the invasion in ways no one could predict. Humanity unlocks the artifacts. As the Empire's forces fanned out across the globe, securing their hold on Earth, teams of human scientists and engineers worked feverishly to unravel the secrets of the alien artifacts. Pieces of advanced technology, hidden away in secure vaults for decades, were brought out and examined with fresh urgency. Deciphering the artifacts' purpose became humanity's top priority. The world's brightest minds pored over fragments of alien text and enigmatic schematics, racing against time to find something, anything, that could be used to repel the invaders. Breakthrough came from an unlikely source, a young prodigy named Mira Patel. Seeing patterns where others saw only chaos, she cracked the code that unlocked the artifact's true potential. The Black Pyramids were revealed to be the nodes of a planet-wide defensive network, drawing power from Earth's magnetic field to project an impenetrable energy barrier. But there was a catch. The artifact's power source was a form of artificial intelligence, utterly alien and potentially uncontrollable. Activating the network meant placing the fate of the world in the hands of an inscrutable machine intelligence. A fierce debate raged among the survivors. Some saw the artifacts as their only hope, while others feared that the cure would be worse than the disease. In the end, with the Empire's forces closing in on the last bastions of human resistance, the decision was made. The artifacts were brought online, and the world held its breath to see what would happen next. The tide turns. As the alien artifacts hummed to life, the very fabric of Earth's reality seemed to warp and shift. The coruscating web of energy spread out from the Black Pyramids, enveloping the planet in a shimmering cocoon of force. The Empire's ships, caught off guard by the sudden activation of the ancient technology, found their weapons' fire splashing harmlessly against the impenetrable barrier. On the ground, the tide of battle began to turn. The artifact's AI proved to be a potent ally, feeding tactical data and targeting solutions to the beleaguered human defenders. Robotic drones, dormant for millennia, stirred to life, engaging the Empire's forces with devastating efficiency. Bolstered by their newfound advantage, pockets of resistance began to coalesce into a coordinated counterattack. A daring raid, led by a squad of augmented soldiers equipped with reverse-engineered alien tech, struck at the heart of the Empire's command ship. The vessel's destruction marked a crucial turning point. For the first time, the invaders knew fear. As news of the successful mission spread, a renewed sense of hope kindled in the hearts of the survivors. The impossible had become possible. Humanity was fighting back and winning. But even as they celebrated their victories, they knew that the true fight was just beginning. The Galactic Empire, humiliated and enraged by their setbacks, began to mobilize the full might of their star-spanning civilization. Vast armadas converged on Earth from all corners of the galaxy, determined to crush the upstart humans once and for all. The stage was set for a conflict unlike any the universe had ever seen, a war that would decide the fate not just of one world, but of the cosmos itself. Bringing the fight to the Empire, with the immediate threat to Earth blunted, humanity turned its attention to the stars. Using the knowledge gleaned from the alien artifacts, human scientists and engineers worked to reverse engineer the Empire's advanced technology. New ships, bristling with exotic weaponry and shielded by impenetrable force fields, rose from the ashes of Earth's shattered cities. The fledgling human fleet, christened the Earth Defense Force, EDF, wasted no time in taking the fight to the enemy. Strike teams targeted the Empire's far-flung supply lines and shipyards, crippling their ability to wage a prolonged war. The once mighty Galactic Empire found itself beset on all sides, struggling to contain the unpredictable and tenacious humans. As the EDF's victories mounted, they grew bolder in their attacks. An ambitious plan was hatched to strike at the heart of the Empire itself, a daring infiltration mission to the capital world of Theron Prime. A crack team of human operatives, augmented with the latest in alien-derived technology, slipped through the Empire's defenses and made planetfall. But what they discovered on Theron Prime shook them to their core. The Empire, it turned out, was little more than a puppet, dancing to the strings of an even greater power. A race of hyper-advanced machine intelligences, long thought to be mythical, had been manipulating the Empire from the shadows for eons. The machines, known as the Convergence, saw organic life as a cosmic aberration to be corrected. The Empire's invasion of Earth had been a test, a way to gauge the potential threat posed by the humans. Now, with humanity's resistance proving more formidable than anticipated, the Convergence was moving to take matters into its own hands. The EDS operatives barely escaped Theron Prime with their lives, but their discovery changed everything. The true scope of the conflict was laid bare. Humanity was not just fighting for its own survival, but for the fate of all life in the galaxy. As the operatives raced back to Earth with their terrifying revelations, they knew that the odds against them had just gotten a whole lot worse. Revelations and betrayal. The news of the Convergence's existence sent shockwaves through the EDF's ranks. The already daunting task of defeating the Galactic Empire had just become exponentially more difficult. How could humanity hope to prevail against a foe that had been manipulating the course of galactic events for millennia? As if in response to this revelation, the Empire suddenly changed tactics. The Imperium, the shadowy cable that ruled the Empire from behind the scenes, reached out to the EDF with a startling offer. An alliance against the Convergence. The Imperium claimed that they, too, had been deceived by the machines, and that only by joining forces could they hope to stand against the coming storm. The EDF's leadership was split on how to respond. Some saw the Imperium's offer as a trap, a ploy to lure humanity into lowering its guard. Others argued that the Convergence represented an existential threat to all organic life, and that any ally, even a former enemy, was better than facing annihilation alone. As the debate raged on, a small but vocal faction emerged within the EDF, advocating for a preemptive strike against the Empire while they were off balance. Led by a charismatic officer named Alexei Volkov, this faction argued that the Imperium's offer was a sign of weakness and that humanity should press its advantage. Unknown to the EDF's leadership, however, Volkov and his followers had been secretly contacted by the Convergence. The machines, ever patient and cunning, had planted the seeds of dissent within humanity's ranks, hoping to divide and conquer from within. As tensions reached a boiling point, Volkov made his move. In a stunning act of betrayal, he and his loyalists seized control of a key EDF shipyard, stealing a fleet of humanity's most advanced warships. Before the EDF could respond, Volkov's renegade faction had disappeared into the vastness of space, leaving behind a crippled and demoralized defense force. The Convergence's gambit had paid off. With humanity divided, and the Imperium still reeling from its own losses, the stage was set for the machine's final assault. The fate of the galaxy would be decided in one last, desperate battle, a confrontation that would echo through the ages as the defining moment of humanity's ascension, or its ultimate downfall. The final confrontation. In the wake of Volkov's betrayal, the EDF found itself in a precarious position. Their forces were depleted, their morale shattered, and their enemies emboldened. But even in their darkest hour, they refused to give in to despair. The human spirit, tested time and again throughout this long and bloody conflict, proved unbreakable. Under the leadership of a new commander, Admiral Sanvi Patel, Mira Patel's own grandmother, the EDF regrouped and rallied. Drawing on every resource at their disposal, they threw themselves into a frenzy of preparation, retrofitting their remaining ships with the most advanced alien technology they had managed to reverse engineer. The result was a fleet unlike any the galaxy had ever seen, a motley assortment of vessels, ranging from nimble fighters to gargantuan dreadnoughts, all bristling with an eclectic array of human and alien weaponry. This ragtag armada, christened the Unity Fleet, would be humanity's last, best hope for survival. As the Unity Fleet marshaled its strength, word arrived of a massive convergence armada massing on the edge of human space. The machines, it seemed, were done with subterfuge and manipulation. They were coming to end the human threat once and for all. In a desperate gamble, Admiral Patel struck an uneasy alliance with the remnants of the Imperium. The former enemies, united by their common foe, pledged to fight side by side in the coming battle. It was a tenuous pact, fraught with mistrust and old grudges, but it was the only chance they had. The stage was set for a confrontation that would shake the very foundations of the galaxy. Near the ruined husk of Theron Prime, the Unity Fleet and its Imperium allies clashed with the Convergence Armada in a titanic space battle. The machines, cold and implacable, threw wave after wave of drones and warships against the organic lines, heedless of their own losses. At the height of the battle, a strike team led by Mira Patel herself managed to board the Convergence's command ship. Fighting their way through legions of mechanical horrors, they reached the ship's central nexus, a vast, pulsing hub of alien data. There, in a final act of sacrifice, Mira uploaded a devastating computer virus into the nexus. The virus, derived from the same alien technology that had given humanity its fighting chance, ripped through the Convergence's network like wildfire. One by one, the machines faltered and fell, their neural links severed, and their coordination shattered. With the Convergence in disarray, the tide of battle turned. The Unity Fleet pressed its advantage, blasting the machine ships to molten slag, while the Imperium hunted down the surviving enemy craft with merciless efficiency. In the end, the Convergence's armada was utterly destroyed, its threat to organic life vanquished at last. But the victory had come at a terrible cost. Billions had perished in the war, and entire worlds lay in ruin. The Galactic Empire, once the undisputed master of the stars, was a shadow of its former self, its power broken, and its glory faded. As for humanity, the scars of the conflict would linger long after the last shot was fired. Earth, the birthplace of the species, was a changed world, a place hardened by loss and sacrifice, but also tempered by the unbreakable spirit of its people. In the aftermath of the war, a new era dawned. The remnants of the Galactic Empire, humbled and chastened, sought peace with their former adversaries. Treaties were signed, borders redrawn, and old animosities slowly gave way to a fragile but genuine cooperation. Humanity, once dismissed as primitive and insignificant, had earned its place among the great powers of the galaxy. The sacrifices of heroes like Mira Patel and Admiral Sanvi would never be forgotten, their names etched forever in the annals of history. As the Unity Fleet set sail for the stars once more, ready to explore and defend this brave new era, one thing was certain: the galaxy would never be the same again. The sleeping giants of Earth had awoken, and the universe trembled at their coming. The Galactic Empire had dared to strike at humanity, and in doing so had sealed its own fate. Now, as the dust of war settled and a new chapter began, one question echoed across the stars. What wonders and what terrors would the children of Earth bring forth next?